Hi, I'm Jeff Stokes. Welcome to Jeff's Daily Dose of Encouragement. Today, I want to ask you a question. Who are you inviting for dinner? In Luke chapter 14, Jesus really says something that's quite challenging, but the context of it I'll just sort of share is that he's having a meal at a Pharisee's house. And of course, the Pharisees were very self-righteous. They had nothing to do with anyone else except their own class of people. They were sort of elitist in a way, and they wouldn't go anywhere near anyone that was poor or sick or anything like that, or was known to be in sin or whatever, even though they were actually sinners themselves. And so that's the context of they used to only look after their own all the time and don't care about anyone else. And Jesus said this down in verse 12, it goes on down to 14. When you make a dinner or a supper, call not your friends, nor your brethren, neither your kinsmen, nor your rich neighbours, lest they also bid you again, and a recompense be made to you. But when you make a feast, call the poor, the maimed, the lame, and the blind. Now those are the sorts of people that the Pharisees would never go anywhere near. And you shall be blessed, for they cannot recompense you, for you shall be recompensed at the resurrection of the just. And even in our society today, we've got to be careful that if we're an affluent person, that we are not just hanging around with our rich mates. I'm not in that class of people, and I can say that many times we've invited people to our home who would never be able to pay us back. It's just, that's my wife and myself's heart and that for the Lord. But I just want to encourage you, to do the same thing, because that's Jesus's heart. He's always reaching out to people who no one else wants to go near or touch. And that's sort of the message really, is that, as I said, the Pharisees, they only hung around with their cliquey group. But God doesn't want us to do that. He wants us to reach out to, especially to people who cannot pay back or reciprocate our hospitality. If you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For whosoever shall confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God dwells in him and he in God. And it does say in Galatians 6, it says, don't grow weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. And let us do good to all men, not just the rich, but the poor and needy as well, all men, and especially to those that are of the household of faith. If, a new person comes to church, and if you've got the opportunity in that, invite them around to dinner. It's the best way to invite people and make them feel like they belong. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.